Hi everyone, this week's readings are about what do you need to prioritise within your world this month. So you have 3 piles to choose from, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. You choose videos to follow. Hi pile 1 and welcome to your reading. This week's readings are about what you need to prioritise this month within your world. So let's just see what you picked, pile 1, for your reading. So you've picked the moon, which is something that's hidden within the context of what we're doing for you in your reading. The moon is something that's hidden, could also be your dreams and aspirations. Oh, take a step back. You've got the keyword take a step back, and you've got that moon there, which is something hidden. So let's just carry on with the cards and see what we've got. Energize, but it's in reverse. So again, I'm going with that take a step back. Don't jump in over something here because there's something hidden with the moon. Guilt. Don't feel guilty for taking that step back. Don't feel guilty is what I'm picking up at the moment, for not getting involved with something that is going on within your world that you would normally maybe go in and help, you know, all guns blazing with that energize. It's in reverse, and the moon is telling you you don't know all what's going on really, so take a step back. Don't feel guilty about it. Love partnerships, right? So it's between either you and someone else or something that's going on around you with this love partnerships, and being told to take a step back from it. You've got softness and gentleness. Yeah, I feel as if I'm talking to someone who is soft, who is a person who jumps in and helps no matter what the situation, if they're asked to. Not perhaps not even when you're asked. Sometimes you just jump in and you get things done for other people. We've got this idea of partnerships here, and this love partnership, and this idea of guilt, not feeling guilt. Look at, it's the emotions that you perhaps express when you're not helping in a situation, but the cards are advising here to take a step back because you don't know all the information or all the answers to something. The Energize card is in reverse. That again is saying to me, take that step back. You may feel guilty because you're not helping, but you don't have all the answers, and it may be between you, someone else, 2 people within your world maybe that you want to try and help in some way. So we've got the ox, which is that softness and gentleness. It might be just taking an approach of giving advice when you need to, but taking a step back when you don't over this situation. We're talking about what do you need to prioritize this month. I feel yeah, what do you need to prioritise this month? I do feel as if it's about prioritising yourself. You need to take a step back from helping a situation that you really don't know all the answers to, or you need to just think about what you're doing within a situation and not what's going on around you. If that's making sense so far, pile 1. Let's just see if I can get some tarot cards to clarify anything here. But we're talking about what do you need to prioritise this month for you know, within your world. The cards are saying take a step back. You don't know all the information. The Energize card is in reverse. So again, it's saying take a step back. Perhaps a softness, perhaps a gentleness approach to something needs to be sorted here, rather than, you know, all guns blazing. That card of guilt there, that's your emotions or someone's emotions, expressed emotions over a particular situation. Perhaps when you don't do things for other people, they make you feel guilty over something. Whatever it is, you'll know what this is about within your world if you can take the message so far. You've got turning in. Now that's the 4 of Cups. And in this particular pack, it's saying, again, take a step back. Just think about what you need to do within this situation. Softness and gentleness and turning in is being kind to yourself and approaching something in a gentle way rather than jumping in, because we've got the Energize card, which is in reverse. It's telling you not to jump in. It's telling you to take a step back over this. Don't feel guilty about it. Now, the Nine of Cups in this particular pack is called laziness. Now, in other packs, the Nine of Cups shows wishes being fulfilled. So you can look at this Nine of Cups in two ways. You can look at it as you need to just take that step back. It's called laziness in this pack, but taking a step back and tuning in for yourself. Or it could be that you need to take a step back because someone is expecting you to do things all the time, and you do things all the time, but perhaps this time it's time for you to let them do things for themselves, if that makes sense there. The laziness card is about relaxing. It's about just relaxing into the moment, if that makes sense. And you've also got the turning in card, so it's about looking after yourself, being gentle with yourself instead of you know, dealing with a situation that you don't have all the information about, if that makes sense. Let's just get another card there and see what we've got. Right, there you go. You've got that Seven of Swords. That's the politics card. That's the card of two faces. That's the card where you normally take action when there's something going on within your world. It's to do with partnerships or other people. I'm not going to say it's to do with you now, because I'm picking up the fact that it's to do with other people around you. They say things to you to help, so that you go in there all guns blazing and you sort things out normally. The cards are saying take a step back. Things are hidden from you with the politics card and the moon. Things are hidden. You're not being told the whole story. You're only being told or fed the information that makes you normally rush in and try and help. This card of guilt here is how you feel when you're not actively helping a situation. The cards are saying to you, take a step back, look after yourself first. The laziness card here, it says laziness. I don't know why it says that word, because actually the laziness card is you relaxing into something instead of jumping in and helping a situation that you shouldn't be helping. This politics card tells me that there's things going on behind your back around you, and you're not getting all the information. You're only being fed information that'll make you step into action when you really need to take this step back, because that's what it says, take a step back. Let's see if I can get some more cards to clarify it a little bit more. But it's who or what you need to prioritise this month. I do feel as if, pile one, you need to prioritise yourself. I do think that you take a lot on other people's problems. I feel as if you take on as your own problems, and the cards are telling you to take a step back. There is some cheating going on behind the scenes. You only get fed the information that'll make you jump in, if that makes sense. So let's carry on and see what else we've got. Right, you've got that Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles is you holding on to what you already have. Hold on to what you've got. Tune in to what you have, the grounded reality of this situation. Tune into that. Only tune into the facts that you really know about, not what you are being fed, if that makes sense. So really ground yourself here and think about everything and what you are being fed, rather than what what you know is actually going on. Don't take action over things you're being fed, because that's where the politics and the lies are coming in. So let's just see what else we've got. Wow, you've got the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups for me is the card of healing, and it's underneath the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about resting. The Nine of Cups is about resting and healing yourself, because you've got the King of Cups, which is a card of healing. It's about you taking a step back, only thinking about what you need to think about to help yourself. And this Four of Pentacles is only listening to the real grounded information that you have, that you know to be true. Don't be fed by the politics and the lies situation here, which normally gets you running in, all guns blazing. And don't feel guilty because you're taking this step back. That's what I want to say there. Right, you've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is Pentacles are slowing things down. Pages are a new beginning. The Page of Pentacles sitting underneath the politics card is just what I've told you that you should do, or what the cards are telling you to do. It's up to you what you do with the cards, but you know what I mean. The page is telling you only take the information that you know to be true within this situation. Don't listen to the politics and the lies that come out to make you jump and to make you go in all guns blazing, if that makes sense. Let me just see if I can get some more cards to clarify. Clarify the Four of Pentacles and how you should ground yourself there. Clarify the Four of Pentacles there for me. And also, yeah, I do want that one. I don't want that. I don't want that one. Okay, so let's just see if I can get any more information. But I really do think I've already said what you need to do, or what the cards are telling you what you need to do within this situation. Right, judgment shall be, judgment will come to the fore. It will come out into the open, whatever's going on, and the people who are doing anything, they will be judged. All you've got to do is sit back and wait for the news, the real news, not the lies that are being shared here, not the things that are being shared to you so that you go rushing in. Just take it as it comes here. With the laziness, the King of Healing, the sitting back, the tuning in, and the Four of Pentacles, all these cards here are telling me to say to you, take that step back, don't feel guilty. Energize is also in reverse, so it's saying take that step back, watch it unfold. Watch it unfold with the Judgment card. Watch it all unfold and see, what's that word I'm looking for? The fat hit the pan, the fat hit the frying pan or something. Just watch and see what happens next within this situation. You've got the King of Pentacles. Wow, the King of Pentacles is a card of abundance. It's a card of you waiting for this. Whatever it is that's going on within your world, pile one, what you have to prioritise this month is waiting for news of something that you know is going on within your world, between partnerships of some sort. But instead of being fed the information by the gossips, instead of being fed the information, just wait and see how it turns out with these four cards here. The tuning in, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the laziness card, which is the Nine of Cups. Just wait and see what happens. Judgment shall be served when the time is right. That King of Pentacles is the information that you need to gather before anything else can be done. There's a lot of information that needs to be gathered, or there could be a lot of information that's been fed through to you, and you don't know which information to believe. It's time for you to just wait and take a step back. Right, that Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. This card of collaboration is telling me that you need to just collaborate with the real issues, the news that you already know. You need to, if you've got the Three of Pentacles there, you've got the Four of Pentacles there. The Three of Pentacles is collaboration. The Three of Pentacles is gathering the news, holding on to the foundations that you know to be true before you can make a decision over something here. In the meantime, you need to just take a step back and wait and see what happens with the Judgment card. You've got a lot of information here that you haven't got yet. You're waiting for all the information before you make your next move, if that makes sense. I just feel as if I need to take. I'm going to take, if I can, another card, another one of these cards, just to see if we can get anything else, you know, to give us any more information for this particular pile. Let's just have a look. I think it might be that one. Beyond Illusion. Right. Well, you know that Beyond Illusion? Do you know what that is? Judgment again. The Judgment card. It's telling you to wait before you judge this situation. I mean, you've got Judgment twice. What can I say? You wait for this situation to play out, whatever it is that's going on within your world. You need to just prioritise yourself at the moment. Take this step back. Wait for all the information before you can collaborate with it. And before you can actually talk to the people that are involved with this situation. Don't feel guilty for not jumping in straight away. Judgment twice. That means that you need to just judge the situation as you get the information, the real grounded truth over something, before you listen to all the politics and the lies that go on, you know, and all the little bits that you're giving, little bits of information, but you haven't got the whole picture yet. So pile one, what do you need to prioritise this month? You need to prioritise yourself. You need to tune in. You need to relax about something. You need to take a soft and gentle approach, maybe to yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. Step back. Wait for something to unravel. You're being fed little bits with the politics and lies, little bits which are there to trigger you. They're trying to trigger you into doing something, but don't. Wait till you've got all the information with the King of Pentacles. Wait till you've got it all. Keep going, gathering the information here. Judgment shall be served. Judgment will come out here when you have all the information and you know who to judge properly and who not to judge, if that makes sense. That card, that Three of Pentacles there, collaboration. You will know who to trust, I'll say, after this situation has gone through its final course, if that makes sense. You will know which people you can trust and which people you can't, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense for you, pile one. But yeah, what do you need to prioritise this month? Yourself. Take a step back. Don't take action straight away. Have a good day, pile one. Bye. Hi, pile two, and welcome to your reading. This week's readings are about what do you need to prioritise this month. So let's just see what you've got. You've got the citrine crystal and you've got waves. So you've got the rune waves. So let's keep going and see what we pick up here. Reaping in rewards of hard work. Oh, that's a nice one. Reaping in rewards of hard work. Yeah, I've got that rune waves. So let's just see how we're going on with that one. Silence. Wow. Okay, you've got the card of silence. Complacency. Okay. Complacency. Abundance. Wow. You've got that card of abundance, which goes really well with reaping in the rewards of hard work. I'm just not quite understanding the complacency and the silence here just yet. Treat yourself like royalty. Wow. Okay. So yes, if you have been working hard over something, you should treat yourself like royalty, shouldn't you? And you should reap in the rewards of something here, especially with that abundance card, because you've been working hard over something. But I'm just not quite sure where the silence and the complacency comes into this reading just yet. So we'll have to keep going and see where we go with that one. But we have got that rune waves. Now, the rune waves can be an up and down and an ebb and flow of a situation. And it's connected to sort of water. So it's Pisces and that kind of energy. Piscean energy, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really into the different star signs and all that, but we have got this word, reaping in rewards of hard work, abundance, treat yourself like royalty, and they all go really lovely together if this is what you've been doing, you've been working hard. That waves there, the ebb and flow of something, the silence and the complacency is something I'm not quite sure. Actually, I'm thinking now as I'm going through it, what I'm picking up is it may be that you've had to really work hard because things were not moving for you at the beginning with the silence card, and you were complacent over something, in as much as because it wasn't moving you were feeling really down. The source of your energy may have been very low with that complacency card, and you may not have lacked the energy. You may have had no energy because you kept trying to do something but it wasn't working for you. But something in the mix here has happened for you to reap in the rewards of your hard work. Perhaps it's time not to be silent anymore over what you're doing within your world, pile 2. Let's just see what you need to prioritise this month, pile 2. Well, I think, again, you need to, what you're prioritising here is what I feel as if you should be prioritising is reaping in those rewards of the hard work. Don't be silent about it. You've worked hard about it. You've worked hard for something here within your world. Treat yourself like royalty, and why not? Because you've worked hard enough for it. The silence card is perhaps where perhaps you're one of these people who works hard, but you never praise yourself over the work that you do. The ebb and flow of this situation there, you know, it may be that some people make waves when make waves around you when you are working hard and you don't say anything about it. Perhaps your energy goes very, very low with that complacency card because you're working hard and you feel as if you're not getting anywhere, but you are working hard. It's saying reap the rewards in of this hard work. So let's just see how we're getting on here. Wow. Now you've got that Eight of Pentacles. Now in this card, that Eight of Pentacles is called ordinariness. So I'm going down the road now of reaping the rewards of this hard work. Doesn't mean to say you have to be the boss of a company or the executive of something, or, you know, really high up there on the spectrum. Perhaps you've really struggled trying to do things that other people take for granted. Perhaps you've really struggled trying to keep your house tidy and clean. Perhaps you've really struggled trying to do the gardening, and you've done it even though your energy's been really low, but you've achieved it here. The ebb and flow here of the situation within your world is maybe because you are silently struggling with something within your world here, but you are still working at it and reaping in the rewards of your hard work here. You shouldn't be silent about that, and you shouldn't be complacent about it. Whatever little thing that you have done within your world, whatever little ordinary thing that people call ordinary thing that you have done to bring you one step forward to this abundance here and this treating yourself like royalty, is what you should be doing, pile 2, instead of thinking you have to have done something really big in order to reap a reward over it. It might just be something to other people, I'm going to say, something as simple as getting up and getting dressed in the morning, instead of feeling low with this complacency card and the root chakra and your source of energy. Instead of feeling low, if you get up in the morning and you get out of this idea of being silent on your own and you do something, whatever that is, then your reward, your abundance here, you should treat yourself like royalty and give yourself a pat on the back. That's what I'm picking up at the moment. Wow, we've got that Seven of Swords, politics and lies. Now that Seven of Swords, politics and lies, it may be, what I'm picking up when I look at this card, it may be that you give one illusion to the world about how you're feeling with a happiness face, and then what you're really feeling is you're struggling over something. What you need to do is break the silence of that. Don't sit on your own struggling over something. It's hard work to actually admit when you need help. even help with the ordinary things within your world you may need help with. And when you do a little thing, whatever that is that you think is a little thing, it's not. It's not a little thing to you, and you should feel as if you are abundant with whatever it is that you've been trying to do, if that's making sense. I'll keep going until it does make sense. The source, right, that's the ace of wands. That source, that ace of wands, is, I feel, the energy needed when you are feeling as if you've got none. You've got the complacency card. Now that is the root chakra, the source of your energy. The root chakra here is when you are feeling really low and you can't be bothered to do anything. So even a simple task that other people think is a simple task of getting up in the morning, going out, getting dressed, tidying up the home, the ordinariness of little things, when you can achieve that, you should then reap in the rewards of your hard work. Treat yourself like royalty. Give yourself, that says to me, give yourself a pat on the back for something that you've achieved, no matter how small that is, in other people's worlds. In your world, it's big. This up and down here with the waves, it's your mindset is up and down. The complacency card is when you're feeling really down. And the source of your energy, the ace of wands, I should say, is when you're feeling like you can do something. And when that happens, that's when you should be saying, well done to me, and give myself a pat on the back, if that makes sense. It's starting to make sense now. I think Pile 2 were talking to a group of people who don't give themselves enough credit for getting things done. They don't give themselves enough credit. What you need to prioritise this month for you, Pile 2, is give yourself credit. Whatever credit you give yourself, and for whatever it is you've done. And it doesn't have to be a really big thing that you've done to give yourself credit for, because everything you do, no matter how small, if it's a step forward, it's something you should be proud of. So for Pile 2, you need to, every time you're feeling low, then you feel low. There's nothing you can do about that. But on the moments when you can actually get that energy, the source, when you can bring that to the front and break that silence of when you're feeling low there, when you can do that and you do something that day, then give yourself a pat on the back, because it is about the ebb and flow of your mindset, I feel, with Pile 2. So let's just keep going with that one. Wow. You've got that Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about collaboration. It's about celebration. It's about celebrating something you've done. Celebrating something you've done, no matter how ordinary that is, no matter how, to other people, that doesn't seem like an achievement. If it's an achievement to you, it's something you should celebrate. Treat yourself like royalty. Celebrate the abundance of something that you have done. The hard work of stepping out and doing something that's got you out of this complacency energy here, if that makes sense. It's underneath the ordinariness card. It's underneath the Eight of Pentacles. It's underneath that card saying enjoy what you're doing and don't be so hard on yourself, if that makes sense. Wow. You got the Four of Pentacles. A few of these cards came out on Pile 1. But you've got the Four of Pentacles here. Now, the Four of Pentacles is keeping things close to you. I do want to say with this Four of Pentacles, and it's crossing the Seven of Politics, the Seven of Swords, this is maybe what you don't need to be doing. Showing the world one side of yourself, keeping hold of that mask so that people don't know really what you're going through here. Break the silence of that here within this reading. Break the silence of this complacency and this low moods that you get. And whenever you can get yourself out of this, the politics, the Four of Pentacles here, which is holding on to it, the silence and the complacency, whenever you can get out of these, because your energy may be better that day, then reap in the rewards of that hard work, because it's hard work for you when you have to change your mindset from time to time. Because I think pile 2, some of you suffer from a low mood mindset, if that makes sense. You'll know who I'm talking about if it relates to you. Right, look at that. You've got that death card. Now the death card is about change, and it's crossing the source of your energy. The Ace of Wands and the death card, which is how you change. When your energy is in this mode, you can get all sorts done. This is what I'm picking up. You can get all sorts of things done within your home, within your jobs, within whatever it is, within your world. You can get a lot done when your energy is like this. You want change, you're at the top of your game, you've got a lot of energy. But you swing. I feel as if pile 2, you swing from this, wanting to create new things and lots of energy. I think you swing from this to the complacency and the silence and going within. And the centering your reading here is the mask you show to the world, when really you're holding it all in here, how you are on the other days when you're not smiling to the world, on the other days. So when you have these good days, I do feel as if you really should be reaping in the rewards of hard work, because it is hard for you, pile 2, when you have to step out of this mood, this mode of thinking, this mode, when you have to step out of that and actually become abundant with your energy and abundant with the things you want to do. I hope that makes sense, pile 2. Let's just see if I can get some more cards. I think I'm going to take 3 more of these. See if I can get some more cards. Well, there's that one for a start. Right, okay. That's shown itself straight away. That's the card of justice. Now, that is a card of balance. That is a card of you being justified to reap in the rewards of this hard work, when you can actually physically do things and not feeling guilty in any way when you can't. When you get into this low mood, then that's where you are at that time. You're in this silent, low mood, keeping things to yourself. What you have to do is try and, what's the word? Reward yourself for every time you're not in the low mood. Instead of being hard on yourself. It's hard work. Yes, it is hard work. I'm looking at that word now, hard work. It is. But every time you can get yourself out of this mood here and there, every time you can get yourself out of this mood, you need to celebrate what you've achieved, because every little step is something you've achieved. I hope that makes sense. And yes, the Justice card is just there to put balance back within this situation, but also to tell you that when you do these little things, you are so justified in celebrating the little achievements that you make, because they're not little achievements to you, they're big achievements. I hope I'm making sense so far, pile 2. Wow. You've got the 8 of Cups. Now, that 8 of Cups is a card of moving away from something towards something else. The cards are saying, when you can move yourself away from this idea of presenting yourself as one thing to the world, and yet really you're not a happy person when you're on your own here, and you're holding on to that, energy, that stagnant energy here. When you can present yourself in a new light with the source, and you can actually move forward, that's what the card, the 8 of Cups, is saying. Move away from this energy and move towards this energy, which is the source, which is the 8 of Wands, which is the Ace of Wands, I should say, which is you moving towards more enlightenment, if you like, so that you can change the things that's going on within your world. And it will be hard work if this is what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get yourself out of a low mindset, it's hard work. But celebrating each little achievement is something that you could really, really you could do if you put your mind to it, if that makes sense. There you go. Look at that. You've got that Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is you when you're in your low mood. That's you when you're in your low mood. That's you when you're in your complacency, your silence mood. But when you're not in that mood, and the cards are saying try your best to try and reward yourself for the little achievements you make. Because the more you reward yourself for the little achievements you make, the more abundance you will get, the more feeling of enjoyment with the source you will get if you achieve the little steps and you celebrate each little step. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just going to take one more card. I think I've got time for one more card just to see what we get after that Nine of Swords. I think it's that one. But it's about you change. Look at that playfulness. Look at that playfulness card there. Now that playfulness card, that is the Page of Wands. It's you learning to enjoy the small achievements that you make, because they're not small achievements to you, and other people who might say they're not, because your mindset is one of change. It changes from a low mood here and holding on to that low mood and presenting yourself to the world as this happy person when you're not. Every time you can step out of that mindset for you and have more energy and change things, that's when you should be rewarding yourself every time you do this. I hope that makes sense. So what do you need to prioritise this month, pile 2? You need to prioritise your achievements. No matter how small those achievements are to others, to you, they're big achievements. So celebrate each little achievement that you have made. Each step forward is a step towards the source, is a step towards that Ace of Wands, is a step towards a new beginning. So enjoy each little moment you take. And hi everyone, hi pile 3 I should say, and welcome to your tarot reading. This week's tarot reading is about what do you need to prioritise this month, and you are pile 3. You have the orange crystal, which is connected to the sacral chakra and your emotions and expressions in a particular way, whatever's going on. You have the corn, you have the harvest, which is a very happy and positive, because you're bringing in the harvest, you're bringing something to fruition maybe here. Money luck, wow, this is a nice one, pile 3. Money luck, let's just see what else you've got. You are loved, wow, you are loved. Money luck, balance, right, adventure, card 55, adventure, and engage the heart to heal. Metal horse, engage the heart to heal. You've got you are loved, you've got balance, and you've got engage the heart to heal. I think they're lovely cards, they all go lovely together. And you've got that idea of money luck and an adventure. This is looking wonderful for pile 3 up to now. You are bringing in the harvest with the harvest rune there, and it is bringing something to fruition. Perhaps you've been working away at something and it's brought you some luck when it comes to money, or it may be that you've worked hard and that money luck is what you deserve. Engage the heart to heal, put balance back here, and you are loved. Let's just see what we get when we pick the tarot cards. We've got an adventure as well on the way for you. You're traveling maybe somewhere. Let's just see what else we get when we look at the cards. But up to now, it's a very positive pile 3. What do you need to prioritise this month? Well, looks like you're going on an adventure. Perhaps that's what you need to prioritise. Perhaps it's holidays for you. Let's just have a look. Let's see what we've got. You've got comparison. Now that is the 5 of Swords. That comparison card there in this it's the 5 of Swords in this particular pack. It's called comparison. Now the idea of comparing one thing with another, I don't see at the moment within this reading, but we have got this idea of balance, putting balance in within this, whatever it is that's going on. We have got the idea of putting balance back in. We have got the word you know what's coming to mind as I'm looking at that comparison card there is stocks and shares. Maybe you've been comparing one set of stocks and shares with another, and you've had some money look over it. So that's what's popped into my head: stocks and shares, putting balance back, balancing the books and looking at different ways you can do things. It may be something like that with you, pile 3. You've got success. Wow, success is the 6 of Wands, and success, if we were talking about somebody who's been putting money in stocks and shares, or they've been, you know, having to go on the lottery or whatever it is, and this money look, perhaps pile 3, you have been successful in something here. Maybe balance the books after a lot of hard work is coming to mind as well. Engage the heart to heal. You are loved. Those two there, it may be that you've been so busy working that you're not sharing your adventure or your luck with anyone else. So let's just keep going with this little reading, because I'm not quite sure where we're going still yet. We've got the card of healing. That card of healing there is the King of Cups. So that card of healing there, the King of Cups, I do feel as if there's something that has got to be healed here, because it may be that you've been working a lot over something, or maybe that you've been working to try and grow your money, and maybe I'm even picking up, maybe you are too involved with the stocks and shares market. Yes, you've had some money luck, you've had some success. You may be comparing one lot of money with another lot, or you may be comparing somebody else's luck with your own luck over something. There's something in the mix here about you need to heal this idea that life is not just all about money. Go on an adventure. This money luck that you've had, or this money luck that you're seeking, maybe there, and comparing different things in order to gain this money luck, it may be that you need to step out of this idea that it's all about money. That's what I'm picking up here now. Balance is what's needed within this situation. You need to engage the heart to heal. We've got the healing card here. In order to become successful at something, it may be that you need to stop chasing after money, stop going on adventures to try and get money luck on your side. These are the things I'm just picking up at the moment as I'm looking at these cards. They're not completely making sense to me right now, but we have got that word money luck, we've got adventure, we've got comparison. Comparethemarket.com comes to mind there as well. We've got comparison. We've got success in something. It's about there's two parts of this reading. There's the part where you're chasing money and you're doing stocks and shares and you're all about money here. There's another part that's saying you need to stop being so in love with the idea of growing money and put balance back within it and have some adventures instead of always chasing after money, if that makes sense, or always chasing after success in as much as you need to compare it with how much money you've got. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm going with it yet still. So let's just keep going with the cards. Right, we've got that 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands in this particular pack is about news coming your way. News that you are waiting for. Maybe you are waiting for news and you are hoping that the news brings you luck when it comes to money. I've got the word gambler in my head as well now. So I'm thinking, if you're gambling and you're comparing one lot of money or stakes with another, maybe it's time to balance that. Engage the heart to heal. Take yourself out of this. I think when you're gambling and you're all about money, you're actually in your head rather than your heart. You're actually really into facts and figures and in your head, and you're comparing that lot of money with that lot of money, if you know what I'm saying. Success is not always about money. Success sometimes, and healing sometimes, is about stepping back, putting balance back within this situation, and knowing that you are loved for what you do anyway, without trying to always compare this deal with that deal, if that makes sense. Yes, it's stressful. That Eight of Wands is news coming your way, travelling towards you. But you're feeling stressed waiting for that news. You're feeling stressed waiting for that news. If you were waiting for the outcome of a deal, for instance, when it comes to money, you're feeling stressed at the moment because you need the win. You need the success in your mind in order to put balance back within your world. In order to balance the books, you're waiting for some sort of success to come along your way when it comes to money luck. Now, healing, you are loved and engage the heart to heal. These three cards here may be what you should be doing instead of always chasing after the rainbow, chasing after money, if that's making sense at all. That's what I'm picking up at the moment, right? You've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about taking advice. The Hierophant is about looking at the authorities, someone in charge, someone who can help you maybe change a situation. For instance, I get the word gambler. If you're a bit of a gambler and all you seem to chase is money as a big adventure to you, and you're comparing this lot of money with that lot, and your way of life is only successful when you win or you gain something on the stock markets, healing needs to take place. And the healing that needs to take place here is to step back and balance your life here as a gambler. If you know, I'm talking about this in general, don't forget. I'm just comparing the cards. I'm telling a story with the cards because I can't do anything else, can I? Because it's a general reading and everybody will have a different take on this particular set of cards. But we've got adventure and money luck and comparing things when it comes to money and success. These tell me that that's your goals. That's what you want. That's your goals in life. But the cards beneath are telling me that there's a stressful situation here. You're waiting on news all the time. You're waiting for your next win, maybe. Healing needs to take place by either taking advice and moving away from this idea in order to put balance back within your world. I hope I'm making more sense now. But that's what I'm picking up so far, pile 3. What do you need to prioritise this month? I think up to now you need to prioritise the idea as it isn't all about money. It's not all about gambling with money. It's about taking yourself away from that and balancing out your life without comparing the stocks and shares for a while. Because there's nothing more stressful than waiting for news to see if you've won something or if you're waiting for your next big, money gain, whatever that is within your world. That's what I'm picking up with these cards at the moment. But let's just carry on and see what we get. Right. So, right. You've got that Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving away from the idea of your adventures only being comparing the market and gambling with money. You have got to take your boat out of the troubled waters into smoother realms. You've got to balance your life, and your life needs to be balanced by not always going on these wild adventures when it comes to your money and luck, if that's making sense. You need to take advice if you need to in order to heal a situation that you may be in when it comes to money. You've got a very stressful card here. You've got it, it's crossing the success card, and yes, your adrenaline, your adrenaline when you're waiting for that lucky moment before you get the success is also a stress related reaction, because you don't know whether it's going to come off, you don't know whether it's going to happen or it's not. So you've got to think about that when you're thinking about gambling money and all that sort of thing. The Empress. Now the Empress crossing the Seven of Wands is a card of giving birth to something, giving birth to success, maybe giving birth to your next adventure. But don't forget, your next adventure when it comes to money here may be a stressful one, because you need to balance the books. You need to balance the books here and engage in the heart in order to heal. There's your healing card there. So your next adventure may need to stop comparing the market.com here and move away from the gambling for a while in order to relax. The Empress is a card of relaxation. The Empress is a card of letting go of everything and just enjoying the moment. Well, you know, you've got that card of stress right centered between the word success and enjoying the moment. And I do feel as if, like I said, when you're building up and you're waiting for the results of something, stress, it's exciting, but it also brings with it a certain amount of stress, especially when you're not successful this time. You know, you may be successful once, but then you may have 3 fails, and that's where the stress comes in, isn't it? Because you're not always successful when you're gambling with money, are you? Right, you've got that Two of Swords. That Two of Swords is about you blindfolded with your arms crossed and not wanting to know anything other than what you're doing with this adventure. When every time you're on an adventure, when it comes to money and money luck, every time there's an adventure, you're not seeing what you're doing around you to other people. The balance has got to come back. You may be loved, you are loved, but if you keep doing what you're doing to stress other people out because maybe you gamble with your money, that's where you need to put the balance back within this situation. I hope I'm making sense here, but I am picking up the idea. What do you need to prioritise this month? Even though you've got money, luck, adventure and success here, even though you've got those 3 wonderful cards, I am picking up this idea of chasing money for the sake of chasing money and comparing this market with that market and going down a road of gambling may be successful sometimes, but it's also stressful at the same time, waiting for news to appear to see if you've won or not. And what is that doing to the rest of the people around you? Healing can only take place if you balance this idea of this money idea, this money luck idea. If you balance it out, knowing that you are loved, that you need to stop doing what you're doing, because while you're doing what you're doing, you're only seeing the adventure. You're not seeing what it's doing to everyone around you. You need to take the stress of this away from other people, maybe, or from yourself. You need to take the advice of the Empress, which is relax and go with the flow a bit over things. Don't be so tied up on the idea of bringing more money to the table. Don't be so tied up on that idea. Look at what you're doing. Inwardly look at what you're doing with the people or whatever it is that's going on around you in order to heal this situation. The Hierophant is giving you the advice you need, or you may need to take advice. If I was to compare this, say, for instance, to an alcoholic, just come into my head, I waffle on, don't I, when it comes into my head. You know, that would be Alcoholics Anonymous. If you're a gambler, that would be Gamblers Anonymous. I don't know what the proper names of these places are, but that's the advice here in order to heal and to take place. But you really need to believe that you can do something here in order to change things around, because although the cards at the very beginning said money, luck and balance and adventure and bringing in the harvest, I do feel as if you always want to bring in the harvest because you're always gambling your money. That's what I'm getting with these cards. That's the feelings. That's what I'm picking up with these cards. I'm going to see if I can just take another card to see if I can get anything else. But what do you need to prioritise this month? You need to prioritise an addiction that you may have, or someone around you may have, pile 3, that needs to be addressed, because it's not always about the adventure when it comes to money. It's not always about comparing this lot of money with that, or this person with that person, and how successful they are and all the rest of it. It's not always about that. It's about putting balance back into your world and bringing something with this news coming your way, bringing something positive that you can actually latch onto, rather than this, the sort of the stressful idea of waiting to see if you've won something or not, if that makes sense. Exhaustion. There you go. You got that 9 of Wands. Now, if you carry on down this road, it will exhaust you, won't it? Because if you're chasing rainbows and you're always waiting for the next adventure, it not only destroys you and makes you exhausted, or the person around you, but all the people who you know who have to deal with your addiction, or someone you know that you're having to deal with is doing this. They need to take advice